This is the smartest commander I have ever seen. Every time he led his troops into battle, he not only ordered them to dig 4-meter deep trenches but also had every soldier stand on a small stool. His subordinates didn't understand why, but the commander told them to just follow orders. He then instructed them to assign several sharpshooters to specifically target the Japanese engineers. Not a single one was to be spared. Once the soldiers were ready, they all stood on their stools and lay prone along the edge of the trench. When the Japanese troops entered the ambush zone, they were immediately thrown into chaos by the landmines that had been laid. At the commander's order, the soldiers opened fire with full force. Before the enemy could react, they were instantly inflicted with heavy casualties. The Japanese soldiers brought out cannons and launched a furious bombardment at the trenches. Seeing that the enemy was enraged, the commander ordered everyone to take their gear and retreat. The soldiers began withdrawing immediately. Since the trenches were dug deep and steep, even the well-prepared troops found it difficult to climb out. The commander then led them to hide in the grass, waiting for the enemy to take the bait. Seeing that our forces had retreated, the Japanese thought they had achieved a great victory. They immediately gave chase, and when they reached the trenches, they jumped in without hesitation. But when they tried to climb out, they realized they had fallen into a trap. More Japanese soldiers poured into the trenches behind them. Seeing the timing was right, the commander had countless grenades thrown into the trenches in an instant. Faced with a hail of grenades, the Japanese troops had no way to escape and nowhere to hide. Before they could catch their breath, the soldiers launched a second wave of grenades into the trenches. Just like that, they successfully repelled the Japanese first wave of assault. As the second wave of Japanese troops advanced, the commander led some soldiers back into the trenches. When the Japanese had just reached the trench edges, our troops immediately threw pre-prepared grenades right above them. The soldiers hiding in the grass, hearing the explosions, launched a fierce attack on the enemy. The Japanese troops were nearly wiped out. Just as our soldiers were about to charge and finish them off, the commander stopped them. He said the Japanese would surely bombard the area soon and ordered a retreat. Sure enough, the retreating Japanese, furious, called in artillery and shelled the trenches, unaware that the positions were already empty. After the bombardment, assuming our forces had suffered heavy losses, the Japanese cautiously advanced again. At that moment, the commander and his troops emerged from hiding in the grass, surrounded the enemy, and won the battle.